Hours of this morning to catch a glimpse of their examination numbers in various newspapers around the country. Triumphant screams and celebrations echoed across street corners and petrol stations. Many expressed their joy at passing their matric exams.
The sweet fruits of a 12-year journey. This aspirant lawyer could not hold back his tears.
You just saw your name on the papers. Matric is over.
It's overwhelming. It's an overwhelming feeling. I can't even begin to explain.
And after a wait lasting until 3 this morning, it was good news for this group of friends.
Even more than I expected, actually, because I achieved what I didn't expect in the beginning. So I'm very happy, actually. Yes.
Okay, I'm happy. I want to make something out of my life, out of the matric results that I just got right now.
Also happy with this year's class, the parents.
I just jumped, and then she said, "There's a paper at the Shell Caltex garage. Let's go." And then we woke up and rushed here. So we're excited.
After these good news, it will be a peaceful sleep for this class. Stefina Komane, SABC News, Crystal Park, Benoni.
Yeah, celebrations continue this morning. But a new curriculum has proven to be a problem for many matric learners. 2014's grade 12s were the first to be examined in the new curriculum and assessment policy statement, which was phased in with grade 10s in 2012. Learners have also fared poorly in maths, literacy, physical science and business studies. 53% of matriculants passed maths, substantially down on the 2013 figure of just over 59%. Just over 61% passed science compared to 67% for the previous year. Now, joining us today to discuss especially maths and science is the communications manager, Kaliswa Koba from EduSciMat. EduSciMat aims to remedy the challenges experienced by the nation in math and science. Very good morning to you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Evan.
Let's start with your reaction overall to the announcement last night and then the results that followed, and also a little bit of the fallout that we've seen since then.
Yeah. Even like the minister said, she wasn't very impressed with the results, and I think that is a general feel with everybody. However, researchers and professors out there tend to think that is more realistic figure. But more than anything, I think what she emphasized on is we need to now looking at the quality of learners that we produce versus the numbers that we're actually running at the end of every year. So they're focusing on just how many matrics are passed versus the quality of education of learners that actually pass with bachelors or masters, whatever the case might be, at the end of the year. So the feeling is mutual with how the minister feels, but it doesn't stop us from running and saying we are in the space of actually making sure that we remedy these challenges, specifically in maths and science as EduSciMat.
Before we get to math and science, I want to talk about the obsession that we have with a pass number in South Africa. It seems it's almost a media obsession other than an obsession of the people of the country, where we've got to improve on this number, a percentage point number every year. Yeah. But when you talk quality over quantity, then that assessment is fundamentally flawed, isn't it?
I agree with you, and I think where the problem is when we only focus on matric results, and at that time it's a little bit too late, and that's why companies like EduSciMat look at the foundation to say, what is it that we're doing wrong? And as a country, where we're lacking is the quality, where we're getting it right. We need to make sure that the children, as they get into grade R, they are basically made to make sure that they understand everything that they're doing, and obviously that will impact the results. I mean, we look at all the other factors that affect the grade R that get into the system. We get substance abuse, we get any sort of environmental factors that affect the grade R that get into the system. Yeah. But if we can make the environment conducive, which is what EduSciMat does, we basically, when we look at matric results, it won't be too late for us to implement anything. I mean, looking at the numbers at matric, I feel is a little bit too late by then. We need to look at installing the quality of education that we obviously teach in our school environment.
And that really is what the CAPS curriculum is all about.
Yeah.
Give us your views on the CAPS curriculum, and then also tell us, with this longer-term view and in quality education for all in South Africa, is this the right path, and will we see results in due course?
I can't emphasize it more than the minister has yesterday when she made her announcement to say that I think as human beings, when it comes to change, we tend to be reluctant to change. And I think more than anything, I think that's what led to, like she said yesterday as well, that's what led to a lot of group copying. And, you know, as we change things, and I think it's an experience that we've had as EduSciMat as well, when we're bringing change, when we're bringing a difference into the schools, where we're saying we're introducing ICT, we're introducing manipulatives in the school, before we deal with anything, we need to deal with the mindset.
Yeah.
So the curriculum can change, but how they basically deploy everything, how they make sure that they prepare the teachers, they train the teachers enough to make sure that they are ready for the changes that they bring forth is what we need to master as a country. Before, we're not saying when they change it, it's wrong or not. I mean, we're not in that place to dictate that. But I think it's making sure that our teachers are equipped enough to make sure that they can deploy whatever change that they've done, and basically work with the mindset of the changes that they then bring forth into our schooling system.
So then you, as EduSciMat, you're not too concerned that math and science numbers have come down slightly compared to last year. You understand that this is a process that will take a few years in order to bear the fruits.
Well, look, our solution is not a quick win solution. I think because we're dealing with fundamentals, we're dealing with quality. And I think that's where the difference is. We're saying we need to get the foundation solid. We need to make sure that maths, when you look at numbers, you basically relate it to your day-to-day use, you know, as to supposed to just trying to make a change in Matric, just to get the numbers up. So as EduSciMat, we say that let's get it right in the foundation. And although we are concerned, obviously, with the numbers, but we're saying, the minister also said yesterday, preparation for grade 12 starts in grade R. And that's where we come in to say teacher development and a conducive environment and an excited learner in a maths class or a science classroom, it's what will make a difference in the Matric results at the end of the day.
Well, Kaliso, thank you very much for joining us today. EduSciMat Communications Manager Kaliso Korba giving us, well, the good news. It's a longer-term view that we should have, and we shouldn't be obsessed about Matric results, which we seem to be in South Africa.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Thank you very much again for joining us. Let's take a